past 2.5 years, I've been searching for the perfect camera bag. I've tried a few different styles and different brands, all trying to figure out what the best setup for my current gear situation is. That also includes a couple different ICUs. And after all that time, I think I've finally found the right camera bag for me.
And here she is, the camera bag that's not actually a camera bag. Let's go. So this video is going to be filmed over 2 parts. Right now, Nelly and I are in Bucharest, Romania, and we're staying at a friend's hostel called Podstill, which is right in the heart of the city. And I'm out in the backyard because it's a beautiful summer day, and I wanted to film at least a little bit of this video back here and show you some of the features of the bag. So what we'll kind of do is go over I guess the general features of why I think that this is an awesome camera bag for me, but it's not actually a camera bag. And then I'll take it back inside. We'll go to a second location and really delve deeper into what I can fit into this bag and why it is my new go-to daily pack for photography and videography. So first things first, this pack is made by Pacsafe. It is the Pacsafe Venturesafe X40. It's super beefy and definitely really well made. It's really solid. Feels much better on the back than my last Manfrotto bag. It's totally waterproof, which is sweet, and apparently it's almost like theft proof as well. So definitely a well-made piece of kit. And yeah, it just feels really solid, which is nice. It didn't come with a rain cover. I think that, I've actually taken my old rain cover from my Manfrotto bag and put it in this one in case it rains, but it's got that feeling like even if it was kind of caught in a downpour, the water would just fly right off. It's got that rubber bottom too, which is really nice on good camera bags. Again, though, I don't think this is a camera bag. At least it might not be made to be one. So, but yeah, the build quality is absolutely solid. And that is a huge thing for somebody like me that's looking to take it to Iceland and Nepal and Mongolia, Patagonia. I need something that's this durable. So here she is on the back, super nice and comfortable. Right now I don't have that much gear in it, so it weighs absolutely nothing. And you can see too that it's kind of got that size that still works for carry-on, which is really important for me and Nelly in our lifestyle. I try and travel only carry-on, especially throughout Europe. It makes life way easier. And this bag, I can fit so much stuff into it, including my drone, 2 cameras, 5 lenses, my laptop, the thermos, a ton of audio equipment and extra batteries, etc. And I want to share all that with you right now. So let's take this into a more controlled environment, head back inside, and we'll delve into the detail of what this bag looks like and why it's my new camera bag. I probably should have said this at the beginning of the video, but this is not sponsored by Pacsafe. I'm not getting paid to make this video. However, I know that a lot of you are interested in the gear that I use and that I travel with, and because this is such a clutch piece of gear, I wanted to share this video to give you a better understanding of why I think it is the perfect bag. I guess part of the transparency of this channel, and as it grows, is to let you guys know sort of what's happening with the business and how Snell Media is evolving. And since I did the presentation at Keyframe in Hamburg about video creation, I got a great contact with Crag Hoppers and Pacsafe, and they've given me a bit of gear to sort of feature on this channel for free, and there's no expectation in return. But as I'm a nomadic traveler and I'm getting free stuff, I'm like, yeah, okay, cool, I'll take it. So that is why you're gonna see a lot more of this Crag Hoppers gear, because now it's 90% of my clothes, as well as this bag throughout a whole bunch of the videos to come. So I hope you're cool with that. If you got any questions about that sponsorship, throw them in the comments below and I'll do my best to help answer it. But yeah, very good to dive into this in more detail now that we're inside. So why I believe it's not a camera bag is because it didn't come with an ICU. ICU is an internal camera unit. And luckily for me, I have an old one. So this is the ICU from my last camera bag, the Manfrotto Manhattan Mover. And I've essentially just removed it out of that bag and been able to put it into this bag. So one of the things that's kind of interesting about this Pacsafe is that even though it's not a camera bag specifically, I mean, maybe it is. And why I say that is because you've got this perfect back access plate with huge sort of military style zipper. So you can open that up and then you've got this huge space. Pacsafe does make an ICU, but it doesn't fit that well into this bag. I've actually got it. I showed it at the beginning of this video. And when I tried to integrate that ICU into this bag, it wasn't like a perfect fit. And even the ICU is a little bit small. So that's why I'm not exactly sure if those two are meant to go together, like the ICU from Pacsafe in this bag, because for me, it didn't fit very well. So what we're gonna do now is I'm gonna show you what I can fit into this bag, because all this gear that I own fits in here really, really nicely how I've got it set up right now with the ICU. So let's go ahead and do that. Here we've got the bag nice and open, and I can start getting some of my gear in here. So first things first is kind of the square stuff. This is my drone. I just kind of get that right into the bottom corner like that. And then we've got the Canon EOS R, which is the new camera. And how I've set this up is that I'm putting the 70-200 on it with the adapter and then sort of squeezing that into the other side parallel to the drone. And then I've got two nice spots right in the middle, and that's where I'm putting the 16-35 2.8 and the 24-70 2.8. So those are my three Canon lenses there and the drone. Then I've got a little adapter for my micro four thirds Panasonic GH5 to the Canon EF lenses. I put that just at the bottom here, and then my Leica 12-60 2.8, which I use on the GH5. That goes right into the corner in front of the drone. Now I've got a little bit of miscellaneous stuff here. This is the waterproof cover that the Manfrotto came with. And because, again, this bag doesn't have a waterproof cover, I am taking this one from the Manfrotto, just exactly like I did with the ICU, and putting that into the bag in case it ever like really starts to downpour. So I kind of push that down in between as a divider between the Leica lens and the Canon EOS R. And then I've still got a little bit of space for the Rode lav mic, and even the video micro that I'm using on this camera right now can go in there when I'm traveling. Then lastly, we've got the controller for the Mavic, and this is like a chamois cloth that I use to wipe down my lenses and filters when I'm out in the field. So I just kind of cover the controller and then put that right into the corner of the bag. And then beautifully, it still has space in between this back cover and the gear. So when I'm actually traveling or even on assignment, I can put my rain jacket in there, or an extra sweater, or some extra t-shirts, or maybe my rain pants, something that covers this gear, so that when I flip this over, you know, it's nice and solid here and I'm not like feeling the gear. Even though this is really, really thick, I probably wouldn't be able to feel it anyway. And then in these pouches right now, I've got a couple of extra batteries and some shower caps, which is a really good hack for landscape photography. And then I've got a couple of extra SD cards as well, because the Canon EOS R only has one slot. But yeah, I'm gonna close that up now and then show you this inner part up at the top here, because once all the gear's in there, I've still got a ton of space up at the top. Then the GH5 goes right into this spot in the middle, right there. I can put some of my miscellaneous things in here beside the GH5. Hard drives, glasses, my wallet can go in here. Still space for my headphones. Anything else, bit of extra food for the hike. Lots of space for things to go in the front there. And here's the spot for the laptop. Doesn't look like the biggest pocket, but watch this. 15-inch laptop right to the bottom. This is where I can keep my passport and any miscellaneous pens, whatever, any kind of paper, all goes into that one. And lastly, once the bag is fully packed, I want to put the tripod on the outside, which is so nice to be able to just slide it into this side pouch here, clip the top, And then my most important piece of gear, the thermos, slides perfectly just down at the bottom there. And you've still got space even here on the back center, but this is what it sort of looks like when it's all said and done. Feeling really, really good. It's heavy, it's probably like 13 kilos. Still missing a few extra things that I could put in there, like maybe a water bottle or some extra clothes in case it rains. But this is basically the setup here, and that's pretty much it. I mean, there's still a few things that I haven't touched on, like this little side pouch and yeah, I mean, the metal barrier on the inside, but those are all things that if you're interested in, you can just see online with more research. But for me, this is definitely the best camera bag that's not actually a camera bag, and I've kind of created an awesome day pack out of it, something that I'm sure will last me the rest of this year and probably well into 2020, and this is what it looks like. So as always, thank you so much for watching. I hope you liked this video, and I will see you on the next one.